What's up everyone, it's Roger here from DisKingdom.com. It's Sunday, it's time for your DisKingdom Daily News. So let's jump into it. We're going to be talking Guardians of the Galaxy in the Avengers and also be talking Keira Knightly and a little bit on MagicBands. Okay, so let's kick things off with Keira Knightly. Quick one, she has been cast in the upcoming new Nutcracker movie, which is going to be coming out soon. It's also got Morgan Freeman in it. This one is kind of a classic, but they're going to be doing a live action version of it. I think this is kind of cool. They're kind of building up the cast quite well for this one. I'm not too familiar with it. Obviously, you've had like Nutcracker with like ballet, but I'm gonna be honest, never really kind of ever watched it. None of the songs and stuff because you hear them on adverts and stuff. But should be interesting to see how they do it. I think I also like the idea of Disney doing not only a classic story and doing, but maybe as well just not doing something that's just a remake of an old movie, like we've seen so many times with like the Jungle Book and Pete's Dragon and Little Mermaid and all these other ones that are coming or been out. Yeah, I just like the idea of them doing something a little bit different. So yeah, so we've got Keira Knightly is going to be in the Nutcracker. Okay, in kind of this one is kind of something that we kind of pretty much knew anyway. You've got the new upcoming movie from Marvel called Infinity War, the Avengers Infinity War, and that's going to see all the Avengers bring together. They're all going to come together to take on Thanos, who's been kind of been teased in all the other ones. Vin Diesel confirmed during his Facebook live chat saying that the Guardians of the Galaxy will be in there, and that, so we kind of knew that anyway, but it's great to kind of finally have that confirmed. We've got Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 coming out in 2017, which I'm really excited for. I love the first one. And then in 2018, Avengers Infinity War comes out. Now, there has been a lot of discussion about whether or not Volume 2 sets up a little bit more for Infinity War. There's been kind of word saying it's not. I'm hoping there's just a few subtle hints. Maybe this kind of thing of, oh, we need to go to Earth or something like that. But yeah, keep Volume 2 in space and then we'll worry about them. I just love to have the fact of you've got the Avengers all taking them on and they're just about to lose, and then the ship comes in and then they all jump out and join in. And I think that would be a cool way to do it. But then maybe have to do a little bit more integrating before they get to that. But obviously as well, we're going to see for Ragnarok as well, which is in space. So next year kind of seems to be a bit more of a space. We've obviously got Doctor Strange coming out this year. I'm really excited about all of this stuff coming together. And there's also this whole thing that there's been a lot of discussion about, like Infinity War being the end of an era, the end of a kind of a conglomeration of all these movies leading up to this point. Where now I think it was the Russo brothers have said now that they're gonna. This is not so much the end of it's the start of a new era, which I think is right, because suddenly you're gonna have all of this coming up to this one big fight. Well, after that, you've got all these heroes all made up. You're ready to roll for future stories. I'd love to see something like Secret Wars or something like that, or even just it'll be cool just to see the Secret Invasion. I love that comic book story. That would be cool to see that and integrated. Maybe if they bring in some scrolls and stuff. And obviously with fantastic. But yeah, I just think this is great. The effect of them all coming together. Can't wait for Infinity War when they got all these superheroes. And whereas there's going to be a lot of heroes, so it could be a little bit of message, because there has been some problems with too many superhero movies having too many characters in. We just saw Suicide Squad that come out a couple of weeks ago. Obviously, that's DC. Fine movie, okay for what it was. Didn't mind it too much. I thought it was okay. But there again, luckily Marvel have done the better thing of kind of leading you up to introducing all these characters. So when they all come together for Infinity War, it's a bit more different because you're aware of all these characters. But like I said, it should be fun. Should be a lot of fun to see all of these Guardians of the Galaxy and the Avengers all kind of intimate. Can't wait for Tony Stark and Star-Lord together. That'd be a great thing. Okay, so now we're going to flip over to Walt Disney World, where it looks like the MagicBands are going to go for a little bit of evolution, where they're going to be slightly changing how they are. They look like, according to a pattern that was picked up by Ethan over at MagicBand Collectors, where he kind of went into a little bit more depth on this one. These MagicBands, they're kind of just little things about this big, and they're going to be able to go into a strap, almost like a watch strap, it's basically just like the middle of a MagicBand, and so you can use that then maybe if you just want it in your pocket, but more importantly, they can then just put on a strap and they can sell you all of that separately, rather than keep making the bands with all the technology in, because much as like all the MagicBands and the different colors and all the rings are great, the one thing that they keep doing is they keep having to make more chips and keep putting them in there. So there's obviously a cost. So if they can just turn the band into just being the band without all the technology, it'll be cheaper for Disney, but also I would hope maybe cheaper for the customer, because you're not having to buy the technology that's in there. And so if you're at the Mickey's parade or something like that, you can just buy the van and just connect it to the one you've already got. You don't have to get it all synced up. It'll be a massive step in terms of the MagicBands. Obviously, if you've been into MagicBands before, they have been doing it. And these MagicBands, what they are, if you're unaware, is they're kind of like your key to getting into the room. You can use them to get into the theme park. You can use them for your fast passes. You can use them for buying stuff. They are great. They're a great little collectible as well, and they're kind of, you know, pretty cool in general if you're into that. But this change could be pretty big for Disney, and also, you know, they've been doing these on-demand things. It just would help reduce the amount of chips that they're having to keep using. It'd be different. It's going to be interesting to see how this comes on. No word yet on when they're going to be coming out or however, but it could be fun to see. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Hope you've had a great weekend. Let us know in the comments below what you've been doing and what you think of today's stories. As per usual, guys, hit that subscribe button if you're on YouTube, and you can also hit that subscribe button if you're on one of the audio versions. And finally, you can also check us out on Facebook as well. Give us a like if you've watched there. And also, as a final reminder for this week, I'm doing a giveaway this month for a $25 gift certificate for DisneyStore.com. So if you want to get a chance to do that, you'll find the information over at DisKingdom.com. Anyway, guys, see you guys in the later video. Laters!